Hi there. One thing I always look for when I go to a thrift shop are trays. Wooden trays, metal trays, any shape. I love to upcycle trays, either with decoupage, painting and using transfers, but they're so much fun to do and you can make them look so different. So today what I'm going to show you is changing up this tray and showing you how to do the iron-on method for decoupage. I always use the iron-on method when I'm doing large furniture. Usually small, I'll just use my decoupage glue and start on one side and press it down. But I'm going to show you how to do the iron-on method, which leaves you with no wrinkles. This is rice paper, and typically you don't get wrinkles with rice paper, so I usually use the iron-on method with tissue paper, but we're just going to do this today. So this paper is from Decoupage Queen. It's size A3, which is about 11 by 16, and it's called Owl Botanicals. So what we're going to do is I'm going to paint the bottom of the tray white so the image is really clear and you can see it better than with a dark background. And then I'm going to decoupage this and then put some kind of border along the edge, because as you can see, it doesn't quite meet the edge. So your choices are to blend it in with paint, or you can do molds with clay or whatever you like to use and build it out so you don't see the edge. So the first step is to take off this white border. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing the molds, so I could actually just cut with scissors all around the edge. But if you're going to be blending with paint, the best way to get the edge off is with a paintbrush and some water, and just put it on. And then what you're going to do is tear the paper away, because you don't want a sharp edge when you're going to blend. It just makes it harder to make it blend in, because you'll see sharp angles, and that's not appealing. So what I like to do, some people just tear it, but I've messed up doing that and gone too deep into the picture. So I just use a little bit of water and just pull it away, and it comes right off. And you can see you get a nice edge that's just frayed, and that would be very easy to blend in with paint. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and then our image will be ready to go. I pulled all the edging off the paper so it's ready to go. Then I did a coat of Spanish moss, Dixie Belle, on the outside of the tray, on all sides, and a little bit on the inside and the bottom. Then I did a coat of white paint so that when I decoupage the paper, we'll be able to see the design real well. So the next step is to just put a coat of Mod Podge, and then we're going to let it dry. The process is to do one coat of Mod Podge, let it dry, do another coat and let it dry. Then you add the paper, put the paper on top of the dry Mod Podge, use parchment paper, and then a dry iron. And using high heat, but not super high, it's got to be a dry iron. We just iron the paper until it sticks. Just takes a couple minutes, and that's it. You'll have a nice flat surface, no wrinkles, and perfect paper. So you just want to make sure you have a nice coat, covers the whole thing, And I like to brush both ways, so you're definitely getting in all the grooves. And especially with that second coat, you'll know you've got everything covered. So we'll just let this dry and come back and do the next coat. The 2 layers of Mod Podge has dried, so now I place my piece that I'm going to decoupage on top, center it where you want it to be, and then using parchment paper, take a piece and lay it over top. It doesn't have to fit exactly because you can move it around. All right, make sure you have it placed where you want it. Once you start, that's it. You can't move it anymore. Okay, I'm going to start in the center. Here's my iron that I use. You could use a regular iron, just make sure there's no water in it, but this is a crafting iron that I have. Hanger 9 it's called. I have it set at about, it gives you numbers, I have it set at about 4. It says 164 degrees. So just start in the middle and press down and move your way out, going in sort of a star motion because you don't want any wrinkles in there. So you're just going to press down, move it along, and go out from the center. And we'll get the edges after we're done getting the center. You can feel it. Pull it up a little bit and you'll see how it's sticking. Okay? So let's go around and do all the edges. And what the heat is doing is just reactivating the glue, and then it's adhering the image to the bottom. So as you can see, this gets right in the corners really well, and then I can just slide it down the side. So as I said, this would be just as easy to use the Mod Podge or another product and just put it on the tray, put the piece of paper, and press it down. But this is the method I use on large pieces with tissue paper so you don't get any wrinkles. So next time I'm doing a table or something with a large surface and tissue paper, I'll do another quick video and show how I put it on and then sand off the edges. But that's how it looks. Came out great. All right, it is finished. I put clay molds around all the edges, and then I clear waxed and dark waxed to bring out the details. The other thing I did was sealed it. So I did 3 coats of gator hide, and when you're doing a sealer over decoupage, you want to just wipe it on and walk away. You don't want to play with it, go back and forth, because bubbles will come up, and that's okay, because once it all dries, it will go back down. If for some reason you do have bubbles come up that don't go away, just iron again. So get a new piece of parchment paper and use your hot iron and it will adhere again. So this has 3 coats of the gator hide, as well as a clear coat of wax, and then dark wax in the corner. So it's sealed pretty well for any kinds of spills or anything, but typically these are just used for decoration, but it is sealed just in case. So I hope you enjoyed this short demonstration of how to decoupage using the iron method. And if you have any questions, just let me know, drop them down below, and like and subscribe and share. Thanks so much for watching.